Welcome to Messenger of the Divine. This is the I Am. Hello, dearest ones. On this day, look to the higher elevations, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. Find a way to go into yourself. This can also be in the world, in a way that brings you serenity, despite the circumstances of your daily life and the discomforts of the body, whatever the cause, disease, or aging. Whatever the challenges in the world. For I tell you this, I, Jesus-Sananda, this is the age of tribulation. It lasts many years. I'm sorry. It is the tribulation forecast, prophesied millennia ago. Because you are in the new era, the new age, that transitioned September 22, 2011. So it's brand new. You have only just begun. But I tell you this, already you can see signs, indicators of growth in consciousness, in compassion, in empathy in the masses, as recently discussed by Archangel Raphael. All of the ascended masters and angels are in alignment and in accord on these matters. For we see who you are, who you have been, and where you are going. This moment is critical for human nature, for human life on this world. But it is not the end of humanity, nor the end of this world, nor the end of democracy. However, we give you an urgent plea. Pay attention. Do not stand aside. Do not stand back. Do not sit in the shadows doing nothing. For this is your time to stand up and speak up for the greater good of all. In whatever way is natural for you, or whatever ways you are gifted or talented, in whatever ways your heart is tugging at you. Now is the time. This year, This year is the time. Two things in particular matter immensely. Do what can be done to heal and rebalance the Earth's atmosphere, oceans, waters, and toxins in the soils. Secondly, but just as important, in order for this to take effect and to happen on a global scale, the right leaders are necessary. That is, leaders who believe and understand that this is a critical time for the earth. And if you want to live and survive, even more so, because it will not get better without your help. It will not change until you do something to make it better. It does not go away by itself. These are not natural phenomena. These are man-made crises, escalated, and can still be reversed. But this year is of utmost importance. Not only choose the right leaders for the planet so that you have food, so that you are free of catastrophes in the weather, so that the weather is minimized, harmonized, so that the soil can be re-nurtured, rebalanced, so that food can be met wherever there is hunger. And that is not the case today. Many, 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 many places, people are starving. Children are dying. This new era, this new age, lasts 26,500 years. So humanity has a long way to go, and there are more millennia and eras and ages after this, all during which humanity is in a new leap in evolution. Physical DNA, molecule strand, increases in genetic changes. So the brain, affecting the entire physical bodies. And as discussed in my book, The New Humans, I wrote it, yes, I did. At the time, Carol thought it was her higher consciousness, and that's fine. That was the source through which I was able to give her the information. But I authored the book and all editions of it, as well as The New Humanity, the first precursor of it, the first in the series. And all books, well, all of the books that Carol has written, I authored, put it that way. Every single thing that I write through Carol references this new era that you have now entered. And we began writing these things in 1975 when I sent her visions during her mystical awakening, and then we did first drafts of 6 books in 1982. And then in 1994, we did final drafts of 6 books, those 6 same concepts, but newly channeled, fresh, but the same information. Yes, it's a wonder, and Carol enjoys the process and the journey. It's anyway, what you need to know today is that what you do matters. If you live with only yourself in mind, you're missing what it's all about. You're missing great opportunities to contribute to improving this world, both the physical, the political, and social. Because I tell you this, the political affects your life every day. Everything about how you live is affected by who you choose to be your leaders, local, state, national, country. It matters. Be aware. Pay attention. Choose people. Discern who are genuine and real and truthful, and who are wolves in sheep's clothing, who say what you want to hear, but have no intention by their record of doing what they say they will do. Look at their record. Look at their previous statements. There is a record, a history on everyone. People who are out for themselves show who they are. Believe them. Believe their previous words in their previous history, especially recent years. Not what they are saying now when they are trying to get elected. The people who have been true to their word, year to year, decade to decade, the people who have been honest with you, these are the people who are trying to really help you personally in your everyday life. No matter how it's framed or how it's said, democracy versus autocracy. If you want freedom, democracy gives you freedom. Autocracy takes it away. It's that simple. It's that plain. If you want freedom, look at people's records. Look at what they have done in the last 2 years. Look at what they have said in the last 2 years, not to mention decades. Look at their historical record. Look at how other people view them and what other people say about them. Honestly, unbiased. This is how you can tell what to do. And yes, it does matter, because politics is life. And leaders should represent you and what you want for your own daily survival and existence and comfort. Freedom. We, all of the ascended masters and angels, are in agreement that this is a basic core principle of life. Freedom from oppression, freedom from domination, freedom from manipulation. All right, one more thing. Today, be glad, because you are awake and becoming more awake day by day, year by year. It continues to expand in your sensitivity, your increasing awareness, your elevations of consciousness, and the many levels of consciousness. Day by day, year by year, decade by decade, this is an ongoing journey. There is no end to it. It's forever. You're always learning, always becoming more clear, more open, more serene, and seeing the truth. Trust what your instincts tell you and abide by it. Do not deny what you feel is true. Accept it and let go, and do what must be done for that to be, for your contribution, for the saving of the planet and the protection of your lives and freedoms. We of the Council of Light, this planet Earth, are round about you here and now, spiritually embodied among you, walking the planet. Not physically reincarnated. None of us is physically reincarnated in this lifetime, in this span of time. We have 100% of our ascended consciousness, which is why we are spiritually embodied, looking physical but not born of mothers. That is what sets us apart and distinguishes us from any who think that's who they are, or were born that way, but they were not. No one was born this way. We are the ascended original beings that you knew as masters and world teachers. Some saints, spiritual teachers of advanced consciousness, you know who they are. We and the Archangels in particular, but all, and the angels of the second and third clans, which is hundreds of thousands. We are all available to you for guidance and protection, and each one of you has a minimum of 4 angels with you at all times to guide you and direct you. This was described in my book, my book. The Angels of Serendipity wrote the book, but yes. So I wasn't the direct author of that one book, The Wings of Light, but the angels did write it, and I'm in a complete agreement with everything that was given in it. It describes the 4 angels that every person has, no matter who you are. The more you do, the more you are aware, the more you are conscious, the more you are in service and in higher service and in selfless service and altruistic service, the more angels available to you, accessible to you, to help you through this life and on this journey and in the work that you are doing. So there is an endless supply of angels available to you. All you need to do is live in honesty and without hardship toward another person. That is all for this day. It is a short note of reminding of the values of this time, this year. This year matters. This year is very, very important for the turning point in this time. It's critical that you attune to what is your place and what can you do and how can you help. Not only for the higher good of all, but also applies to you yourself. What can you do? Because when you are doing what you feel your heart is tugging at you to do, then you are free in your own consciousness. And that is worth everything else you might accomplish, because that is peace of mind. That is knowing you have done and are doing whatever you can and whatever you are called upon to do. And you are learning to discern the difference when it is okay and when it is best to walk away. You are learning to discern how to read situations and when it's okay to let go. I am Jesus-Sananda, Jesus on this earth, my eternal and forever name, Sananda. As I was the firstborn, I am the firstborn out of the creative consciousness of the one consciousness, the one out of which all else came. First the angels and then physical. The angels are non-physical beings of light and energy and vibration, the highest vibration that exists outside of the I am consciousness. Physical creations followed, and of course that took all kinds of forms, starting with human beings and with evolution and traveling to different star systems and galaxies over the eons. These became known as extraterrestrials, but they are physical nonetheless. Extraterrestrials, no matter who they might be or how you know them, are not angels. They are physical beings, regardless of their stature of experience and intellect. All physical beings, regardless of their evolution in nature, they're not angels. However, well, more on this later. I have written a number of books. Wings of Light is the first. At some point soon, Carol will be coming back to and completing and further developing, and I will assist on that, Walking with Angels. That will be revisited and republished as a new, with more expanded, with more material. But meanwhile, I'm writing a new book, the New Humanity, 3rd edition. Yes, finally, we are doing it. Yes, we are doing it. So much new there. I also will mention, because we are all excited, we are soon going to be sharing these videos internationally on an internet TV channel. And that will be coming very soon. But meanwhile, everything is still here, and Carol is continuing her YouTube channel, and we will continue to post here. So you can look for us anytime here, but internationally, if it's difficult for you to reach YouTube internationally, if you can get on the internet, then Carol will be scheduling videos that will air one at a time, according to the current understanding. That is all for today. God bless you. Blessed be.